It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ Air Podcast. Happy Thursday. Here we go, baby. Getting ahead of the weekend. I know Virginia's very excited. I heard conversations going on in the hallway about going to New Orleans for Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I forgot. Some of our coworkers are going too.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. I'm very excited. Going to do a little meetup. And then on Monday, I always do a party in the French Quarter, a little KVJ meetup. I've had as many as like 20 people, 30 people come in there.
Oh, we've seen the videos. We know.
It's fun. 3 o'clock, three-legged dog.
Okay.
On Mardi Gras.
What day is that?
Monday.
Okay.
Okay. That's where the Lund parts
Lundy
come in.
means
Yeah.
Monday in French.
Oh, look at the wee.
And Marty is Tuesday?
Marty is Tuesday.
Okay. Well, that was about the most obvious thing ever. Okay, Kevin. Yeah, nice job. Well, I got some ideas here for a little haircut for Denny's. He and Jaybird are looking for a new style. And Panchita thinks Denny's would look really nice with a crew cut. So you got the face for the look. It's simple. It's a nice updated look that you can go with as well.
Flat top cop look?
I don't know. I want him to have more hair, not less.
I feel like if you automatically get a crew cut or a flat top and you're not in the Army and you're not, I think things can go sideways for you. People think you got a lot of, I don't know.
I don't love it.
I don't love it for Denny's.
I want him to get some fullness.
What do you think he'd look better in, a crew cut or a mullet?
Mullet.
I do too. Oddly enough, I see how some guys are rocking the mullet now. And actually, I'm like, you know what? It's starting to grow on me again.
I think Denny's could pull a mullet off.
He could.
He's got fullness to his hair.
Yes.
Yep.
So it'd be a wavy mole.
I think it'd be pretty impressive.
I love Denny's hair. I always tell him he's got beautiful hair. He's got beautiful hair.
Let's all pet him. Denny's, get in here.
Hey, he loves being touched too.
Oh, yeah. Right. It's going to be all about that. Well, you guys had checked out the Dinosaurs show that had been around. You gave the review of it, and you thought it was a little bizarre, Jaybird.
Well, Denny's knows the kind of shit I like. He knows when I like weird episodes, especially when they're not supposed to be weird. And he goes, you got to watch the finale of Dinosaurs. I go, what's that about? He goes, trust me, I know you. Just watch it. So as I'm watching it, I'm pausing it and then I'm texting him. I go, this shit's amazing. I loved it because it was bizarre. But if you're an 8-year-old kid watching this shit, you're going, Mom, Dad, the dinosaurs are dead.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Denny said it stuck with him, and he saw it when he was young.
Well, it's a laughy show. It's a comedy for kids, and then at the last episode, there's not really any jokes, and the dad of the dinosaur family pretty much is the reason why the dinosaurs go extinct, and it ends with them all huddling up in their living room, getting ready to die.
So, character betrayal?
I don't know, but I texted him after and go, what the fuck was that shit?
Well, Danielle said, I watched this show growing up. I loved it, but the best part of one of the episodes is when the mom has to leave the house to do something and the dad is in charge of the kids and has to do everything, clean, cook, etc. And then the baby is on the dad's shoulders and the baby has a pan in his hands and suddenly the baby takes the pan, smacks his dad on the head and says, not the mama, not the mama.
Yeah, that's one of their big moments. Not the mama, not the baby.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
If you were to make that thing today for social media, it would be, oh my gosh, it would turn political because the whole thing really is about, in a way, climate change and all that kind of stuff. And if you were to make that now, what are you trying to teach our kids?
Oh, I got you.
We love our planet. Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It would have been that kind of hot rod of it.
And it's just called Dinosaurs. Was it on ABC? Do you remember? Is that was it? Yeah.
Denny said, yeah, he thinks so.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was ABC as well. Okay.
Don't watch it too high.
All right.
Learn from my mistake, he said.
Or watch it higher.
I couldn't get much higher.
And Jeff said, tell Kevin to add Outer Range, which just rolling onto his watch list coming up. It's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get that back on track as I get a little bit of time here because football season's over. Back to binging my favorite shows.
What do you have on the list as the top one you want to watch?
I got to check because I did get through and was able to do Landman, which I thoroughly enjoyed that one. And what I've got next, why do I have Patient 17? What the hell is that, on Tubi?
Patient 17.
I don't know where that came from. I think someone has infiltrated my viewing list.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is going to be, oh my gosh.
This is when organizing Kev.
You're there. I'm just blanking out. Yeah, I set all these little spaces up just to be me, you know? I'm an only child, and my family can't handle that. They always have to infuse themselves on everything that I try to keep separate and pure. They're always, I'm like, no, this is my viewing list. This isn't now all of a sudden, I don't know what Patient 17 is.
I don't know, but I think you got to watch it because if it's on your list, I know how your mind works.
You're right. I've got to figure out what this is and is it
Now
deserving
I'll
of
be
number
watching
one?
it all week.
Well, I noticed all the friends I have that grew up as an only child, they definitely have a different mentality than people who grew up with a bunch of people around them.
Yeah, because you grew up with no one messing with your stuff. Like when you put it somewhere, it stayed there, and it was you come back later in the day, and it was it was all good. No one was eating all your food.
Life had order.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah, and you were able to do it. So I went my whole life, with true order, and I loved it. And I got used to it, and then got to my family. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Why you keep moving my stuff?
Our house was pure chaos constantly. Everyone's wearing everyone's clothes. I'm using my mom's deodorant. It's fucked.
It is. It's a mess, and
It's the opposite of Kevin.
Well, you know me. It's like today, my phone fell out of my pocket on the way here, and I got here. I'm like, I can't not have the phone today. Like and of course, today I had a lot of stuff going on. We got a guest that I had to work through the details of, and I'm like, if I don't have that phone, like he's going to think I just said, nope, screw you. And I'm like, that's bad. Can't do
That's
that.
so bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It'd just be like, I just stopped answering. So I'm like, I have to have that phone. So those are the kind of things, like everything has to be in order, because if one thing is not in place in my life, chaos, mass chaos.
I agree.
Below that, I have Palm Royale, Shrinking, The Morning Show, Hacks, The Diplomat, The Night Agent, Tulsa King. That's where I am. So that's a lot of viewing.
That is.
Got a lot of stuff coming up.
Patient 17, top of the list.
And Nicole said, I was watching the latest episodes of Vanderpump Rules. Shout out to V, as I'm a fellow Bravo fan. One of the cast members is an actor, and he mentioned that he works mainly in vertical microdrama films, which he explained are an hour-and-a-half movies that are cut down into 2-minute episodes with a soap opera influence. My ears immediately perked up as I heard about this type of thing from none other than the KVJ Show. He said he makes about 10 to 15K per episode. He has shot 9 of these movies in the year, and that this season of Vanderpump Rules was filmed. Just wanted Kev to know there's an actual name for what the Queen is watching. Yeah, it is something I'm seeing more and more of. These micro dramas are definitely a thing.
So it's a new incarnation of this Vanderpump Rules. It's all a new cast, new young kids. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't got into it yet. I don't know if I have the bandwidth.
Yeah, but it will be interesting to see, because I know Tubi was created in a sense to be that. Shorter episodes, I thought, was where they were going with it, like 10-minute episodes of stuff, and they thought that was going to be the future. And timing is everything. It may be the future, but it may not have been the present, which is when they launch. And I've seen that now. There are restaurants and places that are doing that because they're trying to project where the growth is going here in South Florida, and they're opening up. Like, for instance, I'll even just throw the Nora neighborhood. That is going to be a multi-phase thing over multiple years. And people are like, I'm going to go all in, baby. I'm going to be the first there. Well, there's not a lot of people there yet. And that's timing is everything. And I've seen that. Remember downtown at the Gardens, they had a lot of people raced right in there, and people weren't used to it yet. It wasn't fully functional on day one. I think Abacoa, kind of the same thing. So you've got to have the right idea, but it's got to be at the right time. And I do understand try to get there early, but you can't get there when no one's there yet. It's kind of like going to a party right when it starts and ain't nobody showed up yet.
Well, you can if you can afford to sit it out and wait for the people to come because you got such a great deal on being an early investor, early purchaser,
I don't
early
know many people
adopter.
that can take that kind of loss. And even a lot of businesses, too, they don't want to see that kind of losses on paper for a year or 2 years. It just depends.
Depends.
Because, look, I got to tell you, just because you put up a new community in South Florida doesn't mean it's going to hit.
You're right.
You look at downtown, the Gardens is still trying to get it together, and it's been, 20 years?
Yeah.
I feel like there was moments where you saw hope. You're going, this is gonna be amazing.
But then it's been sold like time and time and time again.
Yeah.
And that original part of it, that the whole part of building where what was it, Dirty Martini?
Yeah.
It's gone.
It is. I couldn't believe
Now a
that.
grassy yard.
I went there for the first time in 3 weeks. I hadn't been there in probably 2 years, and I didn't even recognize it.
You were like, wait, where's the building?
I mean, it should technically work there. I think the rent's probably very, very high. And if you have a lot of rent and not a lot of people coming in.
It's a foot traffic issue. I just think an outdoor mall in South Florida is not sustainable for the majority of months.
Yeah.
All the summer, no one's going to go to an outdoor mall.
Right.
Unless there's some huge draw.
Yeah. Could be. So we shall see on that. Now, there are some really great events that are coming up, and here in a second, we're going to talk with Ken Kennelly. He's putting on one of them, but I love this time of year because you've got pitchers and catchers. They just showed up, and the beautiful thing about that is you're going to have spring training going on. We're going to be out for at least 2 different games this year, and I hope more, and that's going to be just at Roger Dean Stadium. So we've got the one that's going to be coming up on the 28th. Then we're doing a night game, March 20th, I believe it is.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that, too, as well. So baseball is going to be going on. And then, with that, you got other things that are coming up. You got the Cognizant Classic. This is right around the corner. You got polo going on. So, yeah, I mean, I do love this time of year. Honestly, I think it is the best time of year in South Florida because you have got all these massive events coming up. And arguably for sports, it might even be the best time of year.
You guys will be out at the Italian Festival and Tradition this weekend, and that's a sport meatball eating competition.
There you go. Yeah, we just got to get that thing more on the radar, right?
Yeah, Meatball Mark. I don't know who this guy is. He says he's coming up there just to raise some cane.
The winner from last year's coming back. Whoever that, I can't remember the guy's name, but he came out and he dominated.
And he's taking it seriously, too. I saw he was just text a little bit ago, and he's kind of staking his claim.
He needs a nickname and an entourage.
I love it.
If you're the champ, you got to walk on stage with an entourage.
Roll up with some players. Make it look like, okay, this guy's got something going on. There's a trophy. There's a gift card. A lot at stake here.
Yeah, and he's got a Broward area code, so I don't know if he's coming all the way from Broward or if he just moved.
It's worth a drive from anywhere to say you're the damn meatball champ of South Florida.
It makes it even more mysterious and more, I don't know, prestigious.
Oh, he's 954. Oh.
Yeah, right. Big stuff.
He drove.
Oh, yeah, he drove.
Drove almost an hour and a half.
Man.
This guy loves meatballs.
Guy's
Now-
here to play.
I want to put this event on everybody's radar because it is awesome. I've got a son who just loves everything sports, and this is just one of those events that it usually happens, and then I find out about it. I'm like, oh, how the heck did I not know about that? That's why we have Ken Kennelly in here. Hello, Ken. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you in here, bud. I'm not sure we've ever had you in these immaculate studios. Again, you all hooked up there, looking good. Can you hear us now, Ken?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, Ken is in here because you're putting on the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational. That's going to be coming up on March 2nd, going to be through the 8th. At a beautiful place, too, the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, which is one of the more esteemed courses I know that we have in Palm Beach County. So
No, we sure are. And first of all, thanks for having me on. It's it's a new event we started last year. I ran the Honda Classic for 18 years. Honda went away, and
Yeah.
PGA Tour came in and runs the Cognizant. But the growth of the PGA Tour champions, the senior tours, it's been well documented. And the Allianz was down in Boca for many years, and it was the Timber Tech, and Timber Tech went away, and it was very important for us to save the event here in South Florida, but we wanted to do something a little bit differently. So, I partnered up with the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We're bringing the legends of football, the NFL legends, together with the legends of golf, which is critical, and critical to create a whole new audience. I mean, when you bring the NFL into anything, it's the most powerful organization in sports in North America. Maybe number 2 behind FIFA for soccer, of course. But it's fantastic, and for Boca and the Old Course and Palm Beach County, South County to be able to put forth this great event is terrific. So, today we announced, in addition to all the great names that have been there, that were there last year, like Calvin Johnson and Rondé Barber and Lawrence Taylor and Chris Carter, et cetera, we announced this morning that Emmitt Smith, famous Dallas Cowboy running back, of course, and Brian Urlacher, Chicago Bears.
That's big. That is a huge name in my family. They're huge Bears fans.
Yeah, and obviously, cool. His career is they're both unbelievable, and so the Pro Football Hall of Fame list continues to grow. We're hoping to add a couple more by next week or by the end of next week as well. We've got Media Day on Tuesday, and hope you guys are there. So that's on the NFL side. But, let me just run down quickly on the NFL side. So, I mentioned Emmitt Smith, Brian Urlacher. I mentioned Lawrence Taylor, Chris Carter, Rondé Barber. Dwight Freeney will be in, Randall McDaniel, Thurman Thomas, Jonathan Ogden, DeMarcus Ware. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And,
huge names.
Yeah, Anthony Munoz, arguably one of the best offensive linemen in the history of the game.
Yep.
So it's just going to keep growing. And then on the golf side, Kevin, we announced today Zach Johnson is going to be making his PGA Tour Champions debut. Yeah,
that's cool.
He turns 50 in a week or so, and he's such a wonderful guy. 2 majors. He won the Masters. He won the Open Championship at St. Andrews, of all great places.
Right.
Multiple winner on the PGA Tour, President's Cup teams, et cetera, et cetera. So Zach is going to debut with us, which is very, very cool. Exciting. You only get one time to do it the first time. So, and he's thrilled. He always played the Honda Classic. He loves coming to South Florida. Yeah. And other first-timers, Ben Crane turns 50, our tournament week. Ben is a hoot. A lot of people really love Ben Crane. And then Ryan Armour. Ryan is a local guy, lives in Jupiter. He's won a couple times on the PGA Tour as well. So those are our debut players. And then the first-timers, guys that have not been in Boca, Stuart Sink. Stuart is coming. He's number 1 player on the PGA Tour Champions last year. He was the Player of the Year, Charles Schwab Cup winner. He's already won one event this year in Hawaii. They've only had one event. The second event is going on now at the Chubb. So Stuart's going to join us, which is terrific. And Justin Leonard. Yeah, another Open Championship, winner, British Open Championship winner. Justin lives up the road now in Jupiter. He moved from Dallas, so Justin is playing for the first time in Boca in South Florida on the PGA Tour Champions. So, those are the first timers, and of course the guys that are debuting. And that just aligns with Angel Cabrera, defending champ, 2-time major winner, Tom Lehman, Darren Clark, Retief Goosen, Miguel Angel Jimenez, Jerry Kelly, et cetera. So
the names just go on and on. And that's what's so impressive. It's just going to be wall to wall when you go there. I mean, you're talking about 78 PGA Tour champion players are going to be involved. And you had at last count, it was at least 26 football legends. It sounds like that list is growing and even more now.
That is. So the format of the week is we kick off on Monday with the Christine Lynn Women's Pro-Am, which is great. We have 18 groups, the ladies playing with PGA Tour players, and then Tuesday night, the draft party, which is like the pairings party, where we have the 3rd largest gathering of Hall of Famers ever. We're going to have 36 minimum guys with their gold jackets walking around the old course.
Cool thing.
Broken Sound Country Club. Yep. It's really cool with the jackets and everything. Because number 1, of course, is the Enshrinement Week. Number 2 is the Super Bowl, and we're number 3, which is great. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, we have the Pro-Ams, 3 amateurs, 1 NFL Hall of Famer, and 1 PGA Tour player. And then Friday and Saturday, to your point about the 26, we will have 26 Hall of Famers that will be in the actual first 2 rounds of the competition.
Yeah.
Similar to Pebble Beach, does it with the celebrities. So they will play with the PGA Tour players, 1 in each group on Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
Which would be fun for the fans. Last year
cool.
that we had
to watch.
Yeah, to watch. It's great. People come out, they see their heroes playing alongside, having fun, with the guys. Last year we put Jonathan Ogden, who's 6'9", together with Corey Pavin.
Massive dude.
UCLA guys, but imagine little Corey Pavin at 5'3", and Jonathan Ogden at 6'9". it was hilarious. We had Lawrence Taylor playing with Jerry Kelly. We had Darren Clark playing with DeMarcus Ware, Calvin. I mean, it's just a lot of fun.
Well, it's a unique event. It's actually going to be on the Golf Channel.
It is. Correct, all 3 days.
That's what's really cool. I mean, you're hitting such a landmark thing. You're like, yeah, let's put this thing on. So you can, see a couple days and you can go out and see. I mean, all these amazing stars are going to be there in person, which I think is fantastic. Well, what an opportunity.
Again, it's different. And, the world today, I've been in this business for 37 years. From the marketing perspective, you've got to create things to draw your fans out. We're in South Florida. It's a very competitive marketplace. You saw what we did at the Honda by creating the energy with the bear trap and all of that. I know you guys were out there.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about some of, we got some stories from that.
I know. It's great. Yeah, we all do. I mean, goodness gracious. And we're developing stories now at the Hardy because, again, the footballers, to your point, they're bringing out fans that might not otherwise come out to watch golf. And what our job is, we need to make sure when those new fans come out, they're going to have a good time.
Right.
So we've got Goslings, our great partner at the Bear Trap. Goslings is going to be there. We've got Tito's out there. We've got a lot of fun. We're going to have music after play. And we're going to try to create this environment. Friday is Folds of Honor Friday. We're going to recognize, of course, the military and everything we've done. Mm-hmm. And, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize our great charitable partners, Kevin, because, the PGA Tour Champions is all about charity. It's 501c3. Mm-hmm. Our primary beneficiaries are the Boca Raton Regional Hospital Foundation, the First Tee, and Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So our title sponsor, James Hardy Building Products, they're building products, Hardy Board, Hardy Plank, et cetera, just bought AZAC, which is TimberTech, to create an even bigger company. Their charitable mantra, if you will, is to build a better future for all. So their partnership with the Habitat for Humanity makes total sense, right? They donate product to help build houses, partnership with the First Tee to help the kids, and, of course, help the local community with the Boca Raton Regional Hospital Foundation.
It's fantastic. If you'd like to go, it's the JamesHardyInvitational.com. You can go to the website, get yourself plugged in, take an eye out for the Golf Channel there, but just being there and being able to see and maybe rub elbows and get a chance to get a selfie or a photo with any of these guys that are running around. I mean, we're going to be there and going to check that out. And I love that you're kind of really trying to bring what you had. You had such a good party element.
Right.
It was so fun. That was the thing that was amazing about the Honda Classic there. When you guys hit that groove, was there were so many people that weren't golf fans that were there enjoying golf events. And if I remember right, too, they were saying at one point it was like the second rowdiest tour on the PGA next to the Waste Management that they just did in Phoenix. Yeah. And, that's cool. And that's what South Florida's about. Create an event, create excitement, create energy, and you've done it with the names that you have with this event. So,
and it's going to get better and better. And, again, I really appreciate your commitment to promote us and follow us and come out and have a good time. Look, South Florida, it's well documented. The growth that we're experiencing is phenomenal.
It is.
I sit on the BDB board and a few other boards. I mean, it's amazing with Wall Street South and the businesses coming in, and Boca's getting younger. Palm Beach County's getting younger. When I walk around Boca now, I live up in the North County, but when I go around Boca, I'm seeing so many new young families coming in. Yep. You see what Stephen Ross and Related Ross are doing. You see what other people are doing. And we're trying to capture that audience. And frankly, it's a little bit harder because these are the senior players, the Champions Tour players. But when you add in the NFL component, it changes the whole dynamics of it. So we are the most energetic event, the most fun event on the PGA Tour Champions, and it's only going to get better and better. And we've done it before. We're going to continue to grow. And again, thanks to you guys for all your support.
Cool. Ken, thanks for coming in, buddy. It's the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational, March 2nd through the 8th, Old Course at Brokenstown in Boca. Thanks, Ken. Always great seeing you, buddy.
You too. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a fun event. Can't wait to go do that. Got to put that down. So, you got the spring training. You got all these kind of events that are going to be going on as well. So, there's just so much out there to do. Now, this is kind of on the tip because the other day, remember we were talking, we had a family that was trying to figure out what to do when it came to their kid that was going to be playing the sports, and they were tired of spending so much money. And the mom was trying to tap out, and the dad was driving it. She's like, I can even see the fatigue in my son's eyes. Dan Dosky, who we know, who has been in the game for a long time.
We love Dan.
We love Dan.
And he said, look, I've been through it with a 2026 grad that's going to go play ball in college. And let me tell you, the time, the money that is spent, and at age 14, probably what you're looking at is a large waste depending upon your goals. And if the goal is to play in college, your son is going to need exposure, but only when he's physically ready to be seen. With the current recruiting scene that will most likely not be until after his junior year of high school, it may even be better after high school. He said the average college baseball player is now 22 to 23 years old. They're staying in college later, and with NIL now, they're finding some money and actually making more money they might make in the minors. Said your son's got to be physically ready to compete with grown men for a college roster spot. So put your time and energy and money into weight training and athleticism, and play other sports if possible. And then you might find something you like along the way, but meanwhile, you're staying in shape. And you're learning how to work out and train and all that stuff. So, I think that's some really good advice that, people need to hear, because people get so, wrapped up in making sure that their kid is getting the right coaches and going to all these tournaments, and you're spending so much money needlessly.
I always loved coaching. A lot of times, I coached all ages, but, there'd always be some psychotic dad. It's like, so do you think my kid's got a shot of, playing pro ball? Doing Division I? I don't know, man. Your kid just turned 8.
Right.
He barely could drink his little sippy cup over there.
Yeah. So it's a better thing to stay away from that. All right, I got some comments here. We were talking a little bit about food, great places to get Philly cheesesteaks, and Marco's Pizza had come up. And I didn't know if it was Marco's Pizza or if it was just a place called Marco's and they just did Philly cheesesteaks. But Jeremy is saying, first of all, Marco's Pizza, disgusting. Second of all, Virginia, I need you to go to Sonny's Famous Steak Hoagies. Oh. It has been there for 70 years. It's on Taft and 66 in Hollywood. I promise you will love it. The bread is soft, like your voice.
You're saying all the right things, Puddin'.
He said, by the way, you look so gorgeous today, and your laugh is cute.
Oh, my gosh. Who the fuck wrote that?
Sonny's Famous Steak Hoagies.
Now
all
look,
right.
Virginia's going to go now.
I'm going to go. I like that bread soft. I like that meat wet. And I like that cheese coming out of both sides.
Kevin, you're in charge. You got to make her stop doing that.
So
seriously.
gross.
I might ask for that in our contract signing.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Virginia can never do this again. I had some subs last night that were really good.
Yeah?
Local Royal Subs.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard good
I've
things
had
about
them.
them. Yeah.
Right off of North Lake.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I haven't had their cheesesteak sub, but their bread made me think of you, Virginia, because I know you are a bread connoisseur.
Yeah, you better
They've
be.
got good sub bread.
It cannot be old. I like my bread fresh.
And I ordered it. It traveled from Okeechobee to Palm Beach Gardens, and that shit was still good.
Now, Mr. Lem said, I saw an ad for the carving station and immediately made me think of Jaybird. I haven't eaten there myself. It looks like it's in Lake Park.
Yes, I
the
believe.
carving station's on US 1.
Yes, it used to be the little Swedish house back in the day, I believe.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
That's an old school Lake Park staple area. My dad. That's the right across the streets where my dad used to work for tennis.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Buffet open every day.
all right.
And it was kind of next to a dentist office, and the rumor was at the dentist office there was a clown in there that would go and rip out kids' teeth. So it made kids scared to want to go to the dentist.
Is this a Pennington tale?
I think it might have been. But I think it was rumored throughout that place was fucked, and it shouldn't have been that way. But you believed everything as a kid.
The Pennington Urban Legends.
Yes.
There's a lot of them.
They're plentiful.
Yes.
It's a buffet of them, actually.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them out
ironically.
there.
Yeah. Well, JM said you were talking a bit about eating healthy, and I want to call Kev out a little bit. You were talking about your dad's chicken pot pies, and he was adding peas and corn. Obviously, chicken pot pie isn't the healthiest choice, and that was him. He's like, "Oh, look, I'm doing a cheap meal, and it's very nutritious," and he's throwing in the added vegetables. I'm like, yeah, it's all good. Now, they're kind of getting on me because I demonize peas a bit. Now, peas aren't just empty carbs, as you kind of made them sound. They're actually a great source of fiber, and they add some protein and micronutrients, too. Fiber is extremely important. And the demonization of carbs has led to even more underconsumption of fiber.
You pissed off the pea people.
You did.
I did, yeah.
Believe me, I've pissed off the lentil people before.
Pea hate mail right there. Yeah.
I love a pea.
It's fine. Honestly, it's good. I just remember as my trainer and I was going through everything, I would come in and I was wolfing down peas and he was just saying that, he's like, it's fine.
You're not eating like ice cream.
Right, exactly.
We're
but
fine.
He was saying, you need probably some better vegetables. It would not be on the upper echelon as far as the nutrients and everything that you want, but it's fine. So I didn't mean to make it sound like peas ain't nothing. Now, corn, that might be a different subject.
And I love corn.
Yeah.
How is it that corn comes out looking the same as it goes in? That's weird to me.
Because I don't know, your body can really break it down. I think that's kind of part of it.
I don't like that. Should we really be eating it?
I don't know. I mean, at this point.
What is corn doing for me?
It's making me happy. I love corn. I'm a big corn person.
It's my, if you call it a vegetable, it's my favorite. And of course, it's like the one that I think everybody, at least all the health people I've talked to, they said, yeah, it's really barely a vegetable.
When we went to the fair together, not even this last year, a couple of years ago, we got the street corn
in a cup.
And it was.
Oh, yeah, that was good. But that's about the parm and the butter.
Oh, I'm not here to be healthy Hank.
Just eat a cup of butter parm.
I'm here to talk about the bad shit. I'm here to talk about, I like a pea in a pot pie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know if you guys caught any of the stuff, but there are sparks of flying. They got this, they're dancing around doing something every day with the Epstein stuff, but I just kind of feel like they're just trying to go around in circles.
It's kind of like the last week right before the Super Bowl. They're saying the same, like it's all over and over again.
Somebody put something on Instagram and I reposted it because it really spoke to me. It said, these Epstein files better turn into some Epstein trials soon. Mm-hmm. Like if there's people in there and we have proof that they did illegal things to young children, where is the trial? Mm-hmm. Where is the, make them answer for these crimes?
Yeah. Well, you had Pam Bondi yesterday in a screaming match. I don't know if anything was really accomplished there or not, but, of course, she was yelling. Everybody's yelling at her. It was just...
Oh, wait, the adults are yelling again?
Yeah.
Getting that 90-second clip for social media.
I'm not sure that anything was resolved in the whole thing. But the one thing that is kind of interesting is hearing from some of these congressmen and women that have been able to go in and take a look at the files. And
unredacted, some of it?
Yeah, and they call it like the skiff, where it's like they can't take it with them, they can't take it home, but they can go in and look at it. And then there's certain things they can talk about, other things that they can't. One, Nancy Mace, she is a congresswoman out of South Carolina, and she was talking about some of the names that she's seen.
I would never do that as a mom. I want to protect children with every fiber of my being and would do that. But you would be shocked, Pierce, that some of the names that I have seen that came across the DOJ in emails that the DOJ is protecting. And we're talking about people on both sides of the aisle. We're talking about famous people, rich people, people in power, prime ministers, former presidents, et cetera, media personalities that are named in these files. And that's why I say this is going to go down as the greatest cover-up, one of the greatest cover-ups in American history. And I don't believe the girls are actually going to see justice.
Okay. Well, that traveling circus that you saw yesterday on Capitol Hill apparently is coming to Palm Beach, baby. The House Oversight Committee Democrats are going to be holding a public hearing in Palm Beach regarding Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse. Coming up here pretty quick, I guess.
So can the victims come forward and say, okay, what is going on with prosecuting these people?
Yeah, I'm not sure, what the purpose of it is. Now, you've got some people that maybe they want to talk to. The old Palm Beach police commissioner's name came up because, Donald Trump had reported to him. He's like, hey, this guy's a creep and Ghislaine Maxwell's evil. And so that had kind of come up. There's also the house manager that Jeffrey Epstein had. Do you remember he held out the black little book and then he was supposed to turn over any documents he had? And that would have included that black little book, but he's like, this thing's going to be valuable. And then he tried to pawn it off for $50,000 and they caught him.
Yeah, they in a little sting operation.
They did. Here's actually some of the audio from that sting.
In the occasionally redacted 45-minute video of the meeting, Rodriguez implicates Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's close associate, who's now serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking of minors.
Ghislaine Maxwell was his former companion, a very powerful lady from England. She would go to the former Eastern countries in Europe and find girls for Epstein. And I knew that because I went with my wife.
Rodriguez also claims that Maxwell kept a computer database of girls, something he said he saw briefly once.
Pictures, naked girls from Sweden, from Romania, from Czechoslovakia, from Brazil, from
all minors, all young girls?
Very young, very young.
Like when you say very young, how young are you talking?
16, 17. The teenagers, they have braces mostly.
Rodriguez provided no evidence to support the existence of the database.
Okay. Now, that's another thing that's going on with the local tie. And then there was a big name that just recently has come up that is tied into everything. And this is what's interesting. But again, you got to unpack it to say, okay, were they on the sinister side or just somebody trying to do business with Jeffrey Epstein? And that name is Jeffrey Green, who is a big rich dude here from West Palm Beach, who, if you've seen those two towers downtown that they're trying to get finished, those are his. So he's developed a lot of different projects. And apparently he was trying to buy a helicopter off Jeffrey Epstein back in 2019, going to drop $2 million for one of them. And so his name has come up because he was trying to get a hold of Jeffrey Epstein's pilot to make the deal happen. But, you know, with the whole thing, when you kind of get sucked into Jeffrey Epstein's world, this is what goes on. One of the things that came up was there was a photo of Jeff Green with Woody Allen, which you look now, do you want to have a photo with that guy?
Yeah, I mean, I think birds of a feather flock together. I'm sure Woody and Jeffrey Epstein probably enjoyed swapping stories.
Well, I think Woody helped Epstein at some point, or was going to help him try to, allegedly, of course, I don't know, try to rebuild his image or something, and Woody was going to help him. There's all kind of weird shit out there.
Now, the photos of Jeff Green with Epstein was in late 2015, early 2016. It included some messages discussing plans to socialize, and two photos of Green and Allen sitting together at a round table at an outdoor patio. Jeff Green has said in an interview that he recalled meeting Epstein once at a private luncheon where Allen, a longtime Epstein friend, was present. He said he didn't recall any other meetings with Epstein and that he had never visited Epstein's Palm Beach estate. So he's like, it was all about the helicopter, dog.
It's always such a weird take when somebody really goes to bat for Woody Allen.
It is.
It's an odd take, and you see people in Hollywood do it. You see people always standing by his side. It's very bizarre to me.
You're like, you know, when he met his wife, right?
Well, he acts as if he didn't know who. It's like, dude, come on,
it's
man.
weird.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that really, to me, had made the whole Epstein conversation turn so dark was how it had kind of twisted, or at least part of this sex trafficking also was possible, like devil worship or worshiping idols. And then the sacrifice part of it, that's really the part I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. We're in a whole different thing now.
Well, there's so many layers of, oh my gosh, that you don't know what's real and what's not real. But they're saying things like, you know, baby farming and blood draining, right, and that they would sell the blood of these adrenalized, terrified children because it's like better for you.
And when it comes to all this shit, just because you've got like an Epstein, you don't think there's other powerful people that's doing some sinister shit out there? Just because you shine a light on Epstein, it's not over.
No.
It's not over even close. This is such a problem across the globe.
Yeah. Now, I thought this was rather interesting. There is a guy who is a Oscar-winning screenwriter. And Joe Rogan just had this guy on talking about the thing we were just talking about with the sacrifice and all that. And here's what he had to say.
They say a lot of things, and they're not really coding it very much.
Well, the code, it's glaringly obvious when they say pizza and when they say jerky. That's glaringly obvious. How do you walk jerky?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And why do I need a chilled container to, a chilled bag or whatever they say?
Jesus.
And
so you think they're eating babies?
Oh, yeah. I absolutely believe that.
You should get together with Kurt Metzger. Dude, go crazy.
I don't doubt it They say a lot of things, and I think this dates back
very much,
like a long time. This is Moloch worship.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, this is what didn't Epstein have a niece that was saying this?
Yeah.
She was like, look, this goes back generations.
She said our family has been into Baal worship, which is, one of the old pantheon gods from way back in the early Jewish, past. So it was a Canaanite god, technically.
And they sacrificed babies.
Yeah, it's part of it. But you thought that was something that they used to do. You wouldn't think that'd be anything that we've ever brought into the modern era.
This sounds like medieval shit.
This sounds like a movie plot of the most horrific movie that can't possibly be real, but it could be real?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked. I could be disgusted. I can feel sad about certain things. I don't know if I'm shocked about too much anymore.
Well, all these things that we'd heard in cryptic conversations for a very long time. In fact, I remember who's the angry guy from Australia, older actor? He's been talking about
Sean Connery.
No, Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. He said it years ago.
He was saying for years, talking about the devil worship and all that stuff happening in Hollywood. A lot of people thought, well, it's Mel Gibson, stuff. But, there have been these little breadcrumbs throughout the decades that I have heard where, they've talked about this evil side of Hollywood. And all this stuff is starting to become a lot more believable with the people that you're hearing talking about now that there's a light being shown on it. That's why I think we've got to continue to turn the light up, because all this stuff has to be, these cockroaches, you got to flip on the lights and all this stuff has to come out into the open.
Amen.
And I don't think everybody knew what was going on. They probably heard stories, but I think this was meant for the elite of Hollywood. You're not going to get somebody from a movie that is low budget, and you see what I'm saying? They're going to get.
It's elite.
Yes, it's going to be, because you couldn't bring everybody in.
It's definitely elite, and it's like all this secret society stuff, and it's stuff that sounds like a movie script. And so when most people hear it, they're like, "No, that couldn't be real. They're not eating babies."
Because most people don't eat babies.
They're not draining babies of their blood.
No. And I still am having a hard time believing it, but with every person that comes out and they're not shocked, they're not fazed, they're like, oh, yeah, I could definitely see it. Then you're like, what have you seen that you think that this could be a reality? Because to me, that's a whole different level.
And then the other thing that hurts it, too, is there's other people who didn't see anything, and then they act like they see stuff. So they're getting clicks on that way. So there's this blurred line now.
People are making things up and creating AI images that aren't really Epstein, and it's hurting the whole validity of what really went down.
Yeah, because it does confuse it all.
Yes. It muddies the water, and then I'm like, wait, is that actually in the files, or is that something somebody made up?
Well, I've just seen people in interviews, and the headline is, oh, blah, blah, blah's got a huge story to tell. Then you listen to them tell their story, and you're going, no, you're trying to get some attention, and that's not even what we're talking about here.
That's a big disinformation tactic where they've actually planted people. Happened a lot in the alien community, where there was a guy that, was working with the government, and he was going in and planting all these alien stories, whether it be Roswell and stuff like that. And look, 80% of the stuff he was telling him was true. And this was like bombshell type stuff, but 20% was completely false. So these people would come out there reporting 100% of it, and then you would be able to point to somebody and be like, hey, I don't know, look into that 20%. They would expose it, be like, see, lies.
Yeah.
And then you can't trust any of it. So that's what you do. You give them 80% truth, 20% lies, and then you expose the lies, and then people don't fully believe it. Kind of like what's going on right now.
It creates confusion because there's either the truth or not the truth. And if you start blurring a little bit of that, it makes the people who would have believed you before is now going, well, wait a minute, let me think this through. And it creates confusion.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of other stuff that I keep seeing. Like somebody was saying that one of the rumors that's out there is that Jeffrey Epstein's what was that video game everybody was playing? Fortnite. That his Fortnite account is active in Israel. That's one of the rumors that's out there.
He's playing Fortnite in Israel?
That's, yeah.
But then again, But what if he is flavorful?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. This is part of the disinformation stuff that you see. You're like, come on. Like, wait, is that true? No.
That's how we get him?
That's what, like Kevin's saying with the aliens. Okay, whatever, put your tinfoil hat on.
Right,
Meanwhile, this alien's like blowing me over here. I'm going, it really happened.
Yeah,
it really happened.
That's why I'm having a hard time really sinking my teeth into anything, because you just don't know. Because every now and then you get a rock, in the middle of it, chips a tooth. You're like, all right, I'm not going to bite this anymore. They were saying Epstein Island had a Pokemon Go Pokestop. And you're like, okay, is that true? I mean, that seems as wild as he's trying to attract kids with the Pokemon stuff. Just, so all these kind of things are out there. Like, we've gotten to the point of absurd, but also draining babies' bloods and drinking it is kind of absurd too. So you have no idea.
You have no idea.
Right.
Well,
so that's what they're doing.
Farming babies by the dozens at a time.
There's so much insane stuff that's out there, and you are just picking and choosing. Be like, is all of this true? Is none of this true? I mean, which part is true?
The emails to me are the part that's the most troubling. When you see all these powerful people talking about pizza, get the F out of here.
And of course, you got to go with pizza. You got to go with pizza.
Right.
Are you shitting me?
It's very suspect now.
It's very suspect. Unredact the names. Let us know who was doing illegal stuff, and let's move forward.
Yeah.
Please.
And let's take pizza back to innocence, please.
Yeah. So
Stop ruining pizza.
If you're a middle-aged man and you love pizza and grape soda, do not go into a Chuck E. Cheese to order it, because everybody be like, all right, we're going to call the cops.
Well, thank goodness I don't love Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
But I am a middle-aged man.
If you're a middle-aged man that loves pizza and grape soda and Chuck E. Cheese's pizza, you're kind of screwed.
Which isn't cool, man.
Not cool at all.
It's not.
Not cool at all. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Got just one more day left of the weekend. Big old Friday. Can't wait to get it going. Get us those emails. Mail at kvjshow.com. Be good. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.